Jammer back again, donning the suit of justice to bring you my predictions for the Nintendo E3 Treehouse thing
directory
to you. So it's here. It's finally here. So there's been a total mess with all their E3 marketing lately. As you guys know, they first announced it's just Zelda, and a lot of people were like, yeah, we want Zelda, not that much Zelda. But then the other day when they had the Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer, they said that Sun and Moon and Pokemon Go are going to be featured in I think the day 2 of their Treehouse livestream, thus proving that there's going to be more than just freaking Zelda. And then they also said they're going to be showing off, first day is going to be Sun and Moon, the second day they're going to show off upcoming Wii U and 3DS titles such as, I believe one of them was Dragon Quest, the other one was Monster Hunter Generations, and then I think they also mentioned Fire Emblem, or excuse me, what is it, Sharp Studios, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp Fire Emblem, or FE, or whatever. Yeah, so, you know what, I think, okay, it's kind of weird what happened. A lot of people are saying this is damage control with the Sun and Moon being included, because they're like, they didn't expect the reaction to being a solely Zelda presentation to be as bad as it was. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. Of course it's not going to be that great. I mean, we want to see a lot of games at E3. That's E3, right? That's why we're wearing the suit. So, yeah, that may be a reason why they maybe decided to include it, but I actually almost feel like this... Okay, so they first set our expectations super low, because we're like, okay, it's just Zelda. Don't get me wrong, we're really excited for Zelda, and I'm going to get into that a ton really soon. But now we get to see the okay, now Sun and Moon's gonna be in there. We're gonna see some upcoming games. Potentially, maybe we'll see some new games as well. It just said upcoming, it didn't. So there's potentially like such as Color Splash. We might see more of that. Who really know? Honestly, this might turn around, and honestly, this format might work better than a digital event. Personally, I would rather have one. But kind of looking at it now, they literally have the entire, like the first day of E3 is tons of PlayStation, Xbox news. The last 2 days, like the middle day was kind of Nintendo, and the last day was like nobody. It was just kind of wrapping up, some press conferences here and there. But really, Nintendo are capitalizing on the last 2 days of E3, taking up all like the bandwidth, and almost anyway. So they literally have a lot of the stage to themselves that day. Consider, I mean, it is just a live stream, so it's not going to be a directly, like, you know, intense format. It's going to be very more casual, probably anyways. We don't know for sure. But maybe, you know, maybe this might turn around from being, you know, from the worst E3 ever to, you know, maybe not being half bad. Just for the fact that, I mean, it's probably just because they set the expectations so low at the beginning. Now it's like, oh, you know what? This is actually better than what we expected. So yeah, let's get into the game. So, actually first, NX, I don't think they're going to reveal anything just like they said they would. At least I could see one thing. During the Zelda Wii U / NX, just when they're talking about it, I bet you they're going to name drop what the name of the Nintendo NX is, just so that, because they're going to have to say, coming to Wii U and, NX this March, or early Q1 next year, or something like that. And I don't think they're going to be, because this is, a lot of E3 news not only goes to us, like, hardcore gamers, but also goes to more general public more casual Zelda fans, and if they're going to see NX, and then come March, they're like, okay, where's the NX, and now it's got an official name, that's kind of going to confuse them, because maybe they'll miss the official unveiling, the event, you know, or whatever have you. So basically, I feel like they're going to announce the name of the console at E3. They're going to say, coming to Kickflip 2017. So I feel like, yeah, they're definitely going to show off. I think other than that, they're going to keep everything else NX a secret. If there's any exclusive mode, if there's any new gimmick, they're going to show off enough to where they can present it just as a Wii U game for this E3. That's what they're going to do. I think a name drop is the most we're going to get. I think that's the most expected to see, just because of the fact that, you know, like I said, it would confuse consumers who are more casual to the gaming market if they saw an NX coming, or a game coming to an NX at one point, and now the NX is no longer an NX. You know what I mean. So anyways, as far as Zelda goes, I don't want to go too deep into it. I'm going to talk a lot about Zelda. I might have either specific Zelda expectations video coming up, or I might do a discussion with Nick about it. I'm not sure just yet, but I'll still talk about it now. I mean, they said they're going to blow it out. That's basically what they said they're going to do, and I think we're going to get story details. I bet you, I mean, they're going to play through probably like the first intro with, you know, on their Treehouse live stream. Playable demo anyways. I don't know. I feel like they should make it like, maybe they'll make stations where each station is a different thing. For example, maybe one of them is a dungeon, maybe one is like a set of boss fights or a boss fight, and then another station is maybe just an explore station. Just because if they just open the game up to everyone who got to the station, I mean, they get totally confused. I think that would make the most sense of how they're gonna do it. And then, then they're also gonna, I feel like they're gonna do this in their live stream as well. They're gonna go story. They're gonna introduce. I hope they're gonna introduce new characters. That's really what I'm looking forward to. Because if they're just gonna show up Link going around in the world, I don't know how happy I'm gonna. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be great, but I feel like we need to get some story details, or at least even if they're not gonna give story, they have to. If it's gonna be an all freaking week live stream almost, they have to. They can't just not beat around the bush about the story. They gotta explain these technology of the arrow thing, these weird creatures. Like, even if it's totally brief, they don't go super into detail. But I honestly want to learn most about the characters. Is there going to be a Link's grandma or something like this game? Who's going to be teaching Link or I guess in this point, who taught Link how to shoot a bow, use a sword? Who's the orca of this game? Is Tingle here? You know, I want to see the characters. I want to see not just the world, because we've seen, you know, how beautiful it is. Of course, we're going to have plenty of time to explore once we have the game. I think this is going to be a great time to show off a ton of new characters. And you know what? Like, depending on how many characters I actually show off, maybe I'll do like a custom Mii Fighter series or video, or excuse me, a custom Mii Fighter episode on like if they do a ton of Zelda characters brand new to this game. Potentially, maybe I'll just, you know, make a custom fighter of all those. I don't know. Let me guys know. So, anyways, yeah, I think I'll go back to Zelda, but I also want to talk about, I mean, Sun and Moon, for example. I feel like because they said this is going to be live gameplay rather than just trailer, because this is what live stream's all about. So this is weird. You know what? Because this is kind of going backwards. Because they went from live on stage to a digital event, pre-recorded. Now they're going to a full live stream where the event again is live. So I think it's going to be a mix of gameplays, which they already announced, or excuse me, they already confirmed that Zelda's going to be gameplay. They did say that Pokemon's going to be gameplay, and then obviously interviews with the developers and stuff. But I don't know how many mixed in trailers are going to be in with the gameplay. I think this is actually going to be more gameplay focused, actually people playing the game, rather than just trailers, because I don't know, it's just live stream format. I feel like it'll work better in that vein. So for Sun and Moon, I can't wait to see them walking around the world and just see how Pokemon battles are encountered. Just for the fact, I mean, we have seen tall grass, but not much of it. So it makes me wonder, like, is there going to be more random encounters just walking down the street? I just want to see, because I mean, like, from what we've been seeing so far, it almost makes it seem like this is like the 3D Pokemon we've always wanted. Like, it's not I mean, they have a lot of unique camera angles, the terrain's totally moving all over the place. It doesn't look like just the top-down flat ground that we're used to, and that's super awesome, and I'm totally looking forward to that. I talked a lot about it in the last trailer video. Definitely check that out if you want to look at it. But, yeah, as far as what they're going to show off today, I bet you they've already shown off the starters, they're going to show off the 2 legendaries. I don't think it's ready, or I don't think it's time to show off the evolutions of the starters just yet. I think it's not time just yet for that. But maybe they're definitely going to show off some new Pokemon. Maybe like the new bird type, or the new small bird of the new generation. They're probably going to show off maybe some what's it called? Rival battle between How and maybe even with what's her name? Lily, the one with the hat. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. But I think, yeah, definitely for Pokemon, that's probably what they're going to encompass. There's, of course, the Pokemon Go developer interview the following day. We're going to probably see some gameplay, maybe even a release date. I think that's what we're going to probably see. And that'll probably be within, like, it's going to be within the summer, probably, towards late mid-summer, I would feel like. And that's going to be fun to play, and obviously see how that, I mean, we've seen a lot of gameplay and screenshots just from, I mean, not official anyways, but it'd be nice to see some concrete, you know, Nintendo presenting it to us, you know. So that's what they've said so far, and obviously they've announced that they're going to be talking about other upcoming games, and this is kind of where I want to speculate. I want to say that they're actually going to show off more games than they let us on to believe in the first place. Like, I honestly feel like they touched on back at their, was it the last? No, it was their shareholders meeting. At the mobile, they talk about mobile Animal Crossing and a mobile Fire Emblem. And since now, they first said mobile games are going to stay completely away from their Nintendo Directs and stuff like that. Well, now Pokemon Go is confirmed being at this year's E3. What's to say these 2 games can't be there either? I really feel like if we're not going to see actually gameplay or trailers of it, they'll at least maybe talk about it in some vein. I would love to see something about it, or maybe explain how the games were. Granted, they're still not supposed to come out for a while, but they are still technically supposed to come out within the year. So it would make sense to actually get the ball rolling on that. And you know what, the most thing I want to see, Fire Emblem, yeah, I want to see Fire Emblem, but the most thing I want to see, because they said Animal Crossing, the Animal Crossing app is going to be compatible with future, what is it, like future, not generations. It was like future Animal Crossing software or something. And it said future, they didn't say current. So they didn't say it's going to come out with new, or work with New Leaf, Happy Home Designer, or, you know, the Amiibo trash. So they said that something is coming, for basically soft confirming that something Animal Crossing is coming. So whether that means Animal Crossing Wii U or NX, well, we wait and see. I honestly am not sure, because, I mean, yeah, it would make sense to push it to the NX, because granted, well, why wouldn't we want it on NX? I'd rather have everything going there right now. But, I mean, in order to actually have Wii U or something to play over the holidays, and, you know, in between the time before then, maybe an Animal Crossing Wii U is still a thing. Maybe. I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm not going to get my hopes up. But there's still something Animal Crossing coming. I don't know when, but there's something that's going to be working with this app, and the app's supposed to come out this year. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe there will be a, you know, freaking, what's it called? A console Animal Crossing. Maybe the mobile app will be like, you know, the Game Boy adapter for the GameCube version, where basically you get like a little island on your mobile phone, and then you can like play with your island villager and then go visit it in the console game and get items and stuff like that. That'd be so awesome. First, like, just gotta say that right now. Or maybe there's something else better. Maybe you can, like, mail friends over Wi-Fi. I don't know, that's dumb. I think that'd be the best idea, would be the island thing. And, I mean, there's other ideas they could do, obviously. Like, maybe make some more mini-games, I guess. But, as far as, I'm just excited because there's something Animal Crossing. And hopefully they're going to make up for the Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival and the Happy Home Designer. And just get a core. I'd love to see I mean, I'm okay with Animal Crossing spin-offs, don't get me wrong. I've been itching for another core Animal Crossing. New Leaf has had its time. It was a great game, don't get me wrong. It had its problems, though. And I feel like a next iteration of Animal Crossing could totally fix it and take the mayor concept just so much farther than New Leaf and totally expand upon it. That's like a discussion for another video for my hopes for that game. If they announce it, I'm going to talk about it to death. But, I mean, if they don't, maybe I'll just talk about it someday in the future. But anyways, moving on. One second, I got a little bit of nose. But anyways, moving on, let's start talking about some other games that are coming in the pipeline that they've already announced, instead of actually talking about something that's not even true yet. So, Color Splash. I feel like E3 is a time to show it off. I mean, they want to change the perception that people have of it right now. Right now, there's a lot of hate towards the game. Speaking of hate, Metro Prime Federation Force, I'll talk about that in a second. But Color Splash, they need to show off that either it's not Sticker Star 2, or if it is, to at least show how it's changed. I mean, a lot of fans at this point are just writing it off completely. They need to, you know, obviously try to change that opinion. Otherwise, they're going to be putting out another Wii U game whenever this comes out, and it's not going to sell well, kind of like Star Fox Zero. I mean, it's just a waste of time, waste of assets. They could have put that team on a next title instead. They just need to, so they need to properly market it if they want this game to sell. That's just bottom line. It's not going to be in the 1,000-year door as far as we can tell, unless they completely revamp the project and now it's going to be an NX title delayed to the next year so they can, you know, make it like that. I highly doubt it, though, because I think they've been working on this game for a while. We got the first rumor back a few years ago. So, I think they should show it off. Whether they will or not, maybe they want to keep that away from E3 just because, you know, they want to keep it all good news throughout the presentation. I won't blame them for that. But, I mean, if they need time to fill and they want to talk about that, I think that'd be a good time to show it off. I mean, again, like Metro Prime Federation Force, this game's supposed to come out even sooner. This one has a release date, what, September 19th or something like that? And, I mean, so far, we've got the first official reveal last E3, and then nothing, right? No, there was some gameplay at some event or something like that, or some demos or something like that. Other than that, that's it. So, I mean, again, like I said, the perception on this game is just as poor, so I don't want them to, honestly, maybe just keep that away from E3, you know? Just try to keep it as positive as possible, because honestly, last time they tried to show it off, oh yeah, it was at the Direct, during that Direct, they tried to force it down our throats saying, this is why it's important to the timeline, or important to the Metro Prime universe, and we're like, what the heck, shut up. So maybe, you know what, those games still exist. Yeah, if they feel they need to talk about it, I guess they should. Personally, I'd rather just keep them away from E3, and just focus on the Pokemon, the Zelda, potentially an Animal Crossing, and hey, Pikmin 4. So at first, I thought that Pikmin 4 was going to be an NX title. So considering Miyamoto said it was almost done, nearing completion, and that was like end of last summer, I'm pretty sure. And then we've still never even gotten an official reveal from it, except for, you know, that statement. So I thought, you know, it's probably going to be an NX launch title, kind of like Pikmin 3 was, show off the engine and like the graphics of like the system basically. And so far we've heard nothing. So now a lot of people are thinking, okay, probably going to be a Wii U game to fill out the library, considering that next Sonic coming out this Christmas. Which again makes sense. So maybe that's, but then now since we still not heard anything, it's back and forth. So I don't know. I feel like, and then they obviously when they said it was going to be only Zelda, a lot of people thought, okay, there's no way this is going to be Wii U. They're not going to show it off. But you know what? Since they said upcoming games, potentially they still could show off some other stuff. So yeah, there still is a chance they could show off this game. I don't know how likely it is though. I really feel like they're going to try to focus mostly on Zelda this presentation, touch on Pokemon, and then have their brief section of 3DS Wii U titles. But, I mean, in that brief section, granted, they could be showing off all these games I just talked about, such as, you know, the Prime stuff. I mean, and then, of course, there's also, maybe, what if they announce a new, like, E3 is all about announcing new games, and they said they're going to only show off Zelda, but why can't they show off a new game? Why can't they just announce something brand new? So, this is still the time to do it. Whether Nintendo does or not is the real question. I don't have expectations for it. I mean, maybe we'll get a new announcement, but the thing is, I don't expect that much. I honestly feel like going into this E3, we're gonna just be seeing a lot of stuff we already know about. But again, oh yeah, what am I talking? How about the freaking Amiibo? The freaking Corrin, Bayonetta, and Cloud Amiibo. Like, what happened to those things? So basically, like, that was announced, what, at the beginning of this year? It's been like 6 months already. I mean, where are those things? So they have to have at least a segment to talk about that. And then, speaking of Amiibo, they either need to obviously come out with another line, because, I mean, Kirby one's coming out pretty soon. Actually, I think it's coming out this week. So, Kirby one's going to be out. Once that's done, there's no more Amiibo coming up. And they will, I mean, the craze is pretty much dead at this point, and that's partially Nintendo's fault, partially consumers, nobody's fault, really. But if they want to keep, like, that trend going, I mean, it's hard to keep trend going. It's already going downhill. But anyways, they need to, I still really want an Amiibo sandbox game. I know everybody does. In the vein of Skylanders or Infinity. Just something that all the Amiibo are compatible with. You can play as all your Amiibo characters. Just a reason to actually open up those dang things. Because honestly, a lot of the Amiibo functionality, like a lot of people said, is kind of lackluster. A lot of people just get it for collector's sake. And now, since the Smash line's pretty much out, they've kind of exhausted a lot of their IPs to the fact that now they're recycling a lot of characters, such as, you know, 3 in this next line are characters people probably already have. DDD, or Waluigi being the only one that they don't have. And obviously this one only has functionality in this game only. So I mean, I don't know, it's a weird situation for them right now. Oh yeah, speaking of Amiibo, they're going to probably touch on that in Zelda. As far as what it does, I'm going to save that for the other video, but yeah, Amiibo. So yeah, I feel like we're going to get a release date for those 3 Amiibo. Potentially they're going to show off a new series of Amiibos. I don't know what. I really don't know what. Animal Crossing's a big one there. You know what, Pokemon. Honestly, I mean, if they went Pokemon, that'd be a great route for them. Whether they do it or not, I'm not even sure, unless they're gonna show off some Amiibo support with Sun and Moon, because then that could actually be a factor. Granted, there's already a lot going on with that game, with the QR scanner, the ROTOM POKEDEX. I mean, I don't know, that doesn't take much. There's just still a lot going. I mean, we don't know much, so potentially maybe Amiibo's gonna be a thing. What it does, I'm not sure. Maybe just trainer customization, but regardless, I mean, a Pokemon line of Amiibo would be amazing, and everyone said, I mean, of course they do Amiibo cards, that's going to be horrible, but it's a great strategy for them. It's going to sell. It's going to sell. So I feel like this E3 has to be talking, because since they're not going to talk about the NX, besides potentially name dropping it, they need to focus on their current fans, not their potential or future fans, just the ones who are riding up the Wii U and 3DS right now, waiting for the NX to come. They need to focus on them and say, hey, we are not leaving you in the dust until our next platform. Here's what you can play up until then. That's what they really need to do. They just really need to reassure fans to stick with at the big end, because honestly, I've been seeing a lot of people just dropping the ball and then going to PlayStation or even Xbox. So yeah, that's just really what I feel like that this E3's got to be about. I'm really excited. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I mean, I'm obviously going to be watching the whole event. As far as recording reactions for you guys, I don't know. It's going to be a long presentation, so I don't even know if my freaking camera can record that long. I was thinking maybe live streaming it, but why would you want to watch a live stream of a live stream so it'd be like twice delayed? I don't know. Let me know if you guys want me to do something like that in the comments. But anyways, I want to let me know what you guys think of this E3. Yeah, it started off looking like a disappointment. It's starting to turn up a little bit better than it initially, you know, presented. So potentially, with the block where they're going to be showing off upcoming games, there could be some games that we didn't know about, or some new stuff that we'd actually see besides, of course, Zelda. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Also, give this video a huge, awesome like. Totally appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me lately. I'm so excited for E3. I know you are. And it's going to be a blast. I have a lot of stuff upcoming. I'm gonna be busy as heck, but I'm gonna be working really hard to get out everything I can for you guys. And hey, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for tons on Nintendo, E3, you know, the Zelda. I'm probably gonna have that up within the next few days. I don't know. I haven't decided just yet. That's why I kind of didn't talk about it much in this video. But yeah, I think that's gonna encompass it all. They're gonna be, oh, Mother 3. Yeah, they're gonna have to show off that if that's gonna be a thing. There was that rumor a while back. I'm trying to end a video, freaking Mother 3. Yeah, so that's gonna be a thing if it is or it isn't. I don't know. That's the time to show it off. But again, like I said, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.